Good morning. It's 8:42 Friday morning. Hopefully you are staying dry. Hopefully you are safe inside your house, maybe even tucked in bed. The kids are most likely off of school today. How does that make you feel? Go ahead and let us know in the comments of this Facebook stream. We're about to go live on KHEAradio.com. Curt, are you excited to be here today?
No, I'm not. I have an apartment that's flooded, and Gardy's like, get into work. And I'm like, okay, I'll leave my flooded apartment till later.
Curt, I'm sorry. It's like the U.S. mail. KHEA Radio will not stop. Hey, weather's not going to stop us, right?
No weather's going to stop us today. Let's go.
I'm ready. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And it is Friday. It was raining a little bit last night. I don't know if anybody slept through it or everybody was up watching the wind and rain and thunder and lightning, but man, it was nuts last night.
Last night was crazy. We have a lot of water that just decided to dump itself into different places. There's streets flooded. I saw a picture last night. I don't know exactly where it was located. It was a local TV station actually shared it, and there were cars gathered underneath of an awning at a gas station trying to avoid getting flooded. I took in water last night. Nothing bad. Nothing
like in your body, like you physically took in
my apartment.
Oh, okay.
And nothing bad. They're cleaning it out right now. Brand new apartment, brand new carpet, and only lived in there less than a week. Still have boxes and everything up, but I saw it coming up last night. Right before I went to bed, and there was water that was
Did you roll over when you were like, good night? Like, nothing I can do now.
No, what I did was I moved all of my electronics because it was by the TV. The TV and stuff is right by that front door. So I moved all those away. I unplugged everything just to make sure you don't want anything electrical happening and catching on fire. And just moved things away from the doors and said, okay, well, we'll go to bed when I wake up. If I wake up in water, I wake up in water. And, yep, sure enough, there's water there. I'm the only one in the entire apartment complex that took in water, at least at this point. There might be a couple others maybe in that general area around me. But, yep, that's what happened.
Well, the good news is that all the attention is on you right now, and that they will be able to take care of your apartment and get it vacuumed out and hopefully prevent more water from coming in.
They were out buying sandbags. He said, I spent $600 on sandbags today at the store, some store in Lake City. He got the inflatable sandbags, so they're going to put some around the doorways of my apartment because it's going to rain again today, and I'm guessing if it flooded last night, that water is going to get to a point where it could potentially flood again today.
Yeah, hopefully the sandbags will help. Let us know. Did you take in water? Are you at work? Are you able to take the kids to school? I think I saw Friendswood ISD is in school. Galveston County, like on our side, like Texas City ISD, Santa Fe ISD, Dickinson ISD, even Clear Creek ISD, I believe, are all out of school today.
All out of school. I think it's smart and it's safe. TxDOT said this morning, because I've been up since like 5:30 because I had to be up because we were going to have LeaderCast here at Abundant Life Christian Center, but they have postponed that due to weather. TxDOT said, hey, if you're at home right now, stay at home. Like, don't come in, and it'll be good. I love Aaron's comment here. He said, just move in with Gardy. I like that idea.
I've asked you, well, you've suggested, like, hey, we had an event early in the morning, and I was like, hey, maybe you should spend the night at my house so we can go. And you're like, I don't want to do that. But before, you used to be the one, hey, Gardy, can I spend the night at your house? Can I spend the night at your house?
It was one time.
But now that he has a girlfriend, and I guess once he has a girlfriend, he's like, I'm a grown man. I can't spend the night. I'm a grown man with a girlfriend. I can't spend the night at your house, Gardy, so we can leave at 4:30 in the morning to the rodeo or whatever we had to do.
Was it the rodeo?
I think it was the rodeo, but you were like, no, I can't do that, Gardy. That's ridiculous. The idea is crazy. So
what was happening?
But I thought about us doing our morning show at my house. I'm just like, Curt, you're at the church. Grab the gear. Come on, let's go. But maybe we buy some backup gear and we just keep it at each other's houses just in case.
Your mom's comment is hilarious. Says Abundant Life ISD is also closed. Yes. I love it.
I feel like Abundant Life should throw its name in the hat. Be like, can we just be considered like a Lamarck ISD, or Texas City ISD rather? Just let us kind of just under the umbrella. And we'll be good.
Yes.
But it's not. Hey, it's an independent Christian school that I actually graduated from there. You used to teach at the school. My son goes to Abundant Life Christian School, so he is off of school today. Abundant Life ISD is closed.
I like ISC. Independence.
Christian
no,
School.
ICS.
Independent
Abundant
Christian
Life.
School.
Yes.
I got you.
ICS.
So I got a text this morning saying, hey, Abundant Life Christian School is going to be closed today. And I'm sure my wife was just like, oh, no. Does anybody else feel that way? Anybody else that's a parent that's probably watching right now saying, wow, the kids are off of school today. I was really hoping they would go.
Is that what you call it? So Gardy calls me. I'm already at the church because I'm gathering things from the church just so I can work from home today.
Yeah, I knew you were at the church, and
Right.
I had talked to you earlier, and I was like, well, he's there. You know what? It's not raining right now. It looks like it's going to be later. And we actually have intern Ethan, the Doppler intern Ethan's going to be giving like live weather forecasts running back and forth to the door so we can see what's going on. And I was like, man, what are we doing? I'm sitting at home. I feel like there's
Gardy's
a lot
I don't
more.
want to be near my kids today. Like, let's go and do a show.
First of all, that's not true. That's actually really mean and hateful.
No, but that's kind of what I was
Curt,
thinking.
I love my kids and I love my family.
Good.
And the fact that I am here to have to spend time with you, and you think that I would prefer that? No! I would not prefer that.
You
But
wouldn't prefer to spend time with me over your kids?
that is not.
Okay, good. As
that's
long
not
as we
true.
get that out of the way.
Yeah. But no, I do enjoy doing KHEA radio, and right now in this season of my life, it's with you. And whenever that season changes, that'll be good too. But I am excited that we are going to be able to broadcast still. I think for an abbreviated time this morning, but we wanted to make sure that we kind of tuned in and are able to hear what you're going through today. If you're listening at 99.5 FM, text us 346-704-1806. And I see a ton of comments coming in right now, people sharing their stories, sharing their issues. I've also seen people posting like, hey, actually I saw Maria. I'm not sure if she is on the stream, but I saw her post earlier like, hey, is Highway 3 in El Dorado flooded? You know, trying to figure out and make your plans what I can get done today.
If you wanted to, you can also text in your photos. If you have photos of flooded streets, I believe you can drop them as a comment, maybe, potentially.
Yeah.
If you can do that as well, you can put some GIFs if you want.
Yeah, so Amy said, I was hoping mine would still go to school. And I believe Amy's in Texas City ISD. So, you know, parents probably are thinking like, wow, I didn't know what to expect. You know, you go to sleep and you see, hey, the weather, it could be severe. But I do like that the ISDs and the schools, they do make that call and they let them know like, hey, you know, it's better if you stay home. So that way, in case anything happens, we don't want a ton of people stuck on the roads. If something happens, if water rises, there's flood, and then it's like, hey, we got a bunch of kids in cars, like literally lining the streets.
I liked TJ's comments today. I talked to TJ Alds of I-45 now. I'm just trying to get an update on if I could get in there. TJ and I-45 is a great content partner with KHEA. And he said, you know, y'all should go live, like on location where there's a flooded street. And we were like, oh, that would be interesting for sure.
I would be like too much of a diva because I like our quality, like to be like spot on. I'd be like, Curt, we need lights. Like we need a light because we did that. We went live from the League City Music Fest and Barbecue Cook-Off, right? Last Friday. And we brought our lights like even outside just because it makes it that much better. And that's what I like. I don't know. And I think everybody's used to it too. So that would be a good idea, but we need a sturdy internet connection and then potentially lights, HD cameras. And what if it starts raining? We would need a tent, but I like it. I like it.
We're getting updates that Amanda just said Galveston is nasty flooded. So if you are driving through Galveston, make sure that you're using precaution. You know, I think, what is the saying that they have going around? I saw it on a couple posts today, like don't drive or don't go. You got it?
Yes, it's turn around, don't drown.
There you go. I love that phrasing because it is. People, they're like, oh, it's okay. I can go out. And then they head down a street. You know, the other night I was out in Friendswood and I was on a street that was flooded and there were cars that were starting to go. And I'm like honking my horn like, don't go down this street. Don't you see that it's flooded? You're going to stall out your car.
Yeah, I saw a graphic this morning, and it said in about 6 inches of water, 6 inches of standing water, that your car can, if you have a small car, it can potentially get lifted up and float down the street. So you're driving, and it's like, oh, it's only 6 inches. I think I can see the ground. And it can get picked up and go. And also, if you have 6 inches of water that's like running and draining, as an adult, you could potentially get like carried away. Like it could hit your legs. You're trying to walk through it. You lose your balance. You slip and you fall, and then you're injured and you're running down the street or into drainage. So make sure that you are careful. I think it also said about 18 to 24 inches. If you have an SUV and that water is standing, that is enough water to potentially pick up your car and move it down the street.
Did you see last night the other thing that I was kind of watching this morning? Last night in Friendswood, there was a $2.6 million mansion that went up in flames last night.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was reading the article. It was from, I believe it was on I-45 now as well. They said that...
I saw it on ABC 13. They shared it, and Texas Chronicle shared it.
That they couldn't even put it out because they couldn't put the ladders up on the fire trucks because of the lightning threat. They couldn't get up and put it. So they literally had to go, like they tried to go at it and they couldn't. So they had to back off and the whole thing was just gone.
Was it started from
the articles and stuff that I read, they didn't know what caused it yet. I think they'll have to go in there and do like an investigation, especially $2.6 million. Insurance.
Yeah.
You hope. Yeah, it's sad because, can you imagine all the possessions inside that home that are just gone now? And obviously, thank God that no one was hurt. There was no injuries. That's praise God. Like, yeah, people are more important than possessions, but possessions are lost, and that's sad. But yeah, you hope the insurance will cover that.
So this is a comment from Thomas, who is watching from Oklahoma. Good morning, Thomas. He said, "Is this normal for schools to close when it rains a lot?" And yes, it is at times, especially after Harvey. So that I find interesting, at least. Is everything good, Kurt?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay.
We're back up.
Okay, is that the Houston Rockets play tonight, and it's Game 6. It's a big deal, especially for me. I'm a big Rockets fan. There's been almost every season for the past 3 years that I can remember that there's a home game in Houston and there's rain like this that happens, and so it keeps people from getting to the stadiums. It can keep teams from getting to the stadiums. So just a thought. Anyways, go Rockets. I'm going to be hopefully watching them on my television tonight, if the electricity doesn't go out and everything else is good to go.
Yeah, we lost power for just a little bit at my apartment complex. This morning, even as we were trying to get ready and plan out what was happening, we got a little jolt. But yeah, so luckily we're okay. My apartment will be fine, even though there is water in it. We'll make it work.
Yeah. I think the good thing about living in an apartment is that, not the liability, but that it goes to somebody else. They're like, hey, we have to take care of this for you. And that's part of the service that you pay for and everything. So that's at least good.
The one thing I'm concerned about,
there's a bright side.
Is if there is a bright side to it, yes. But just making sure that, if there is water in a carpet area, that water is picked up. Because if it doesn't, it sits there, it becomes mildewy, and that carpet is ruined, and now you're living in an apartment that has,
Yeah, but you not owning it, you'd be like, peace out, man. Like, I can't stay in a mildew-infested apartment, right?
Yeah, but
and you just moved into that one, too.
The greatest thing, though, about Glacier Court Apartments, and they're a partner here at KHEA Radio. So I live actually in an apartment complex that said, hey, we love KHEA Radio. We want to partner with y'all. I called the guy last night, the maintenance director. He actually gave me his cell phone number. How many apartment complexes does that, where the guy who runs in charge of maintenance gives out his cell phone number to you? So I called him last night. I said, hey, man, what do I do? This apartment possibly could flood tonight. He's like, well, there's nothing really I can do right now. I'll call me in the morning if it's bad. And so I called him this morning. He's like, hey, I'm headed out. I'm going to go get some sandbags. We'll get a guy there at 8 o'clock or so, and we'll get that carpet up. So it was great. I appreciated that a lot.
Whenever I was living in Houston, I had my the place where I lived, it flooded multiple times, but my landlord was really cool too. So the next day they were out there sucking up the water, and then eventually, they had to pull out the carpet, because if it happens over and over again, I guess you can only save it,
so or want
to, or then you have to put in something that is going to be more cost effective, like, hey, let's stain concrete, let's put in some tile, let's put something else besides carpet, so that way if it happens again, it'll be easier to clean up.
The nice thing is I think they know that area floods, because in front of my sliding door, usually the sliding door you just walk out, but there's actually a cement block that they poured in front of the sliding door. It's probably a good, foot up, I guess, block, but it still was enough that it flooded over last night, which is crazy to think that area got so clogged up that a foot of water went over the top. And they also did that in the front door as well. So pray for me. Pray for the carpet.
Hashtag pray for Curt.
Hashtag
I
pray
like
for
that. Kurt just started his own prayer. Like,
pray for me.
He's like, hashtag pray for
for
Curt.
pray
Just
for my
keep Curt
apartment.
in your prayers. Thank you. Hey, we were supposed to have LeaderCast at Abundant Life today. Galveston County LeaderCast, Top Star Marketing. If anything, I think we should keep Pierre in our prayers too, because
he's probably struggling.
I
need to call him.
messaged him this morning, and he said he was bummed, and I can only imagine because LeaderCast is postponed.
Let's try calling him. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Should we
call Pierre? But I feel like we should message him first and say, hey, give him we're going to put you on the air, because putting someone on the spot who's just went through something like this, you don't know what you're going to get. But Top Star Marketing was bringing in LeaderCast Galveston County, and then they had one at Star Cinema Grill. LeaderCast is a telecasted event that is live in Atlanta, taking place right now, that we are not witnessing. So I think we're going to postpone it and show it in a couple weeks or whatever we're going to do. But that's it's a bumming experience, but safety is more important, and I feel like Pierre would agree.
One of the things that I thought was really intriguing about this conversation, and I just saw a comment from Jennifer Meyerhoff about some of this as well. She said, teachers come from all over, so you don't know. Like Clear Creek, I'm sure there's a lot of teachers that work in Texas City.
Live in Santa Fe.
They
Right.
have to drive through roads that they can't get. And I think you don't know what the weather's going to do today. We're supposed to get more rain throughout the day. We're supposed to get more rain tonight. You just want to be safe. For us, we don't want to get stranded here. For us, we had guests who were scheduled to come on our show today. Mm-hmm. And we said, you know what? We want to exercise safety. We want to exercise precaution. We don't want anyone driving into the church if they don't need to.
Right. So it's just me, Curt, and we got intern Ethan in here, because intern Ethan, he was like, what can I do? And actually intern Jennifer was like, hey, I'm ready. And I was like, well, I don't know if we have enough for everybody to do. And Ethan jumped on the ball first. So Ethan's here. And I may release a video later, but I'm going to show y'all how prepared intern Ethan is. I'm not going to give away too much, but this dude rolls up, and I was impressed, is all I'm going to say. So we'll see. KHEA Radio may drop a video later today, kind of showcasing the events that have happened this morning here on site. Ethan, would you mind running to the door and getting us that live weather report, and then come back and let us know, is it still raining?
Yes.
I don't know if the camera will work, but yeah, let's try it, and then we'll run out to that door to the right. Yeah, go to the right. That one. And then we'll see what's going on. But right now it's 9 o'clock. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to be on till probably about 30 more minutes. And then we're all going home to make sure that we are dry and we don't get stuck in the church. But, Curt, if we did get stuck anywhere, I feel like the church would be a really good spot.
I mean, I have my sandwiches from yesterday. Hey, I got to look. Here you go.
You also have a cot. You have a cot that you've made, and you pretty much have a closet worth of clothes here. And then we have a bunch of shirts that people have given us from local businesses and everything like that. So we would have a wardrobe. There's enough crackers and cheese in the refrigerator if the refrigerator stays on.
Why was people dogging on my sandwich yesterday, by the way? I posted in the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers group a picture of my sandwich. It had Cheetos, it had cheese, it had ham, it had bread, and it had little Debbie cakes.
I think
Perfect.
for me, whenever I looked at the sandwich, and I would eat a sandwich. I only eat white bread if it's dipped in barbecue sauce, but I don't know. Whenever I see and this is just me because I grew up eating wheat bread, I'm like, oh man, no. It just looks funny. A sandwich looks funny with white bread. I don't know.
They only have white bread at Family Dollar. Well, they have wheat bread.
That's
but
fine. Which Family Dollar do you go to?
Sorry, it's the Dollar Tree. It's right here at the Gulfway Plaza.
Yeah,
right
shout out
over
to
here.
Gulfway Plaza.
Everything was $1. I get bread for $1. I got cheese for $1. I got ham for $1.
Yeah.
I got Cheetos for $1. And I got a deal of Swiss cake. Oh man, I want to have some Swiss cake rolls again.
To be fair, that meal probably cost you $1.30 to $1.60, and
someone was trying to do the math. They're like, well, if you spend $12.
Curt, can you say Cheetos again?
Cheetos.
Cheetahs.
Cheetos.
What did he say? What did he say?
He's saying Cheetos. like there's extra emphasis on that T.
On the Cheetos.
Oh, God.
Ethan, so you had a live look at the weather, and you actually gave our audience on Facebook that live look. What can you let us know that we are missing out on by being in here?
It's a light sprinkle as of right now.
Was there lightning? I heard it.
Kind of windy. I didn't see any lightning.
I heard it earlier in our microphones.
Well, we're in Lamarck, and that's the live look at the weather here at KHEA Radio, brought to you by Mr. Ethan.
Do you remember when we used to say we wanted to tear down the windows over here so that we could see outside from our studio?
Yeah,
But this is better.
And if Ethan is better, he's like the eyes, to our soul and to the window to the KHEA Facebook page. If we did have a window out there, we'd be able to see the weather. We'd also actually be able to see Dollar General from Gulfway Plaza because they're right outside there. And there is nothing wrong. So this is a comment. Kelly Smith said, nothing wrong with shopping at Dollar General. I agree.
No, I didn't know that there was, you could literally get everything for $1.
Dollar General, yeah.
Dollar, right?
But full disclosure, I feel like you had to know, hey, I'm posting this picture into the Bay Area, Houston food lovers, like where foodies are, kind of as like a ha-ha, look at me,
I kind of did.
attention. Right.
Okay.
So whenever you get mixed reactions, you have to be
I don't
okay
know
with
how
it.
I don't have a badge yet in that group. Like on Facebook, if we're talking about like legit, I always, every time I post, I may not post all the time.
I think that's the issue. It doesn't matter, like, if you get reactions from posting, like, sarcastic comments and posts.
Every time I post, I get 200-some likes on it in that group.
Mm-hmm.
So it should, balance itself out. I could post every day and get, 3 likes on a picture every single day.
Okay.
Or post every once in a while and get 300 likes and be good.
So, I disagree, because it's content. And that's, I guess, what the groups look at. Like, who is providing?
So they just want
who's providing content?
amount versus quality.
Well, the quality of your content is no better than anybody else's. The quality of the food is a lot worse at times, but sometimes you post some good stuff too.
Yeah.
But do you see what I'm saying? And you're on that bandwagon too, because sometimes you're like, posting, talking about social media. It is about the amount of content, and you have to be a little bit strategic about it. But I understand where Facebook is algorithming that.
Speaking of content, we are moments away from launching the KHEA radio app. I'm super excited about this. You're going to be able to download that if you have an Android. You're going to be able to download it if you have a phone. You're going to be able to listen to KHEA radio 24 hours a day right from the app. You're going to be able to listen in and actually jump away. You'll be able to tune on KHEA radio and then jump around and go hunt through other things and still hear the content. There's going to be coupons that are inside of the app where you're going to be able to go to local restaurants, local places, and show off these coupons and say, look, I got the KHEA coupon.
You could just show it off and then just be like, that's all. Look what I got.
Look what I got.
It's like, that's to a different restaurant, sir. And it's like, well, I'm just showing you. Man, okay. Don't hate me.
So we're super excited about being able to give people a reason to download the KHEA app. We're going to be doing giveaways through the app as well, strictly through the app. So when the app is ready, we'll send out a notification. So be on standby for the KHEA radio app.
Some of the giveaways that we were doing, we were picking questions on the questionnaire, and it was kind of like, hey, name, email, do you follow us on social media? But we should put in some random questions that are super necessary. Like, what was your favorite snack as a child? And then they have to put it in. And do you prefer white bread or wheat bread? And then you put it in. And it's just random stuff. And people are going to be like, what? Why do they need to know this? And they'd be like, those are very necessary for us to pick a winner. So you're getting a look at the app, a little teaser. But yeah, it's about to launch. We were actually just waiting on that check mark email, and then I'm gonna download it and tell everybody else to do the same. So go ahead and make your plans. I would just start searching every day KHEA radio and see if something pops up, so you can be the first person to download the KHEA radio app, and maybe we'll give a prize to that person. Hey, if you're one of the first 100 people to win, you might get something. First 100 people to download the app, maybe you get something. So we're trying to figure out exactly what that looks like. But man, we are excited about that, and maybe we'll be able to send push weather notifications hey, Texas City ISD is closed today. Don't take your kids.
Take a look at that. You also are going to be able to connect with a lot of our partners right from the app, because here's Cupcake Cache, which is one of the spots, one of the advertisements that we're going to be able to feature inside of the app.
Yeah, they're one of our partners here at KHEA Radio. If you want to partner with us, reach out to us. You can always send us a message on Facebook. Send us an email, khea@khearadio.com. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on, I think, for maybe 20 more minutes or so. Right now it's 9:07, and we are excited to have this opportunity just to talk to you, kind of focus on the weather, seeing what's going on in our community here, and we appreciate you taking the time to tune in. So Facebook, we've been seeing a lot of good feedback from you guys, just letting us know what you've been dealing with this morning so far. But where do you see the rest of the day going, Kurt? Where do you see the rest of the day? I guess for our community, where do you see the rest of the day going for people who are parents, moms, kids in school? But what do you see happening?
I feel like if you're in a neighborhood where you're struggling, maybe there was more flooding than, let's say, an apartment complex like mine. You can lend a helping hand. Go over and see if they need food. If you have food, maybe bring them a sandwich, that you can make. Anything will help. So if you have neighbors, maybe their car's stuck, maybe you can help them get their car unstuck. So just be kind to one another, be a friend, and I think that's the wisest thing to do today.
Yeah. Did you see Moms on a Mission, MOM? Well, they were in studio with us here yesterday sharing about the fashion show that's taking place tonight. And I'm kind of wondering, all these things that are scheduled, they're monitoring the weather too, because they want to keep everybody's best interest in mind as well. So they're going to have some big decisions to make if the weather pursues or decides not to clear up. But Moms on a Mission, MOM, they went to a family in Dickinson, and they were able to tell them, hey, we're going to get behind you guys, and we're going to help make sure that you get your kitchen, because they don't have their kitchen yet. From Hurricane Harvey, the effects of that, they have not been restored. They don't have all the things they need yet. Did you see the pictures from that? They just put some pictures of what the current kitchen looks like.
I missed that yesterday, so I did not see the pictures from that. But it looked good?
Well, no. So it's the kitchen right now. So this is the family that doesn't have a kitchen yet. So there's drywall, there's some stuff, and so it's like kind of empty. They need countertops. They need just items. You need things that you just need, like as a human in living in 2019.
Yeah, I saw Sarah said, man, I wish you would have been there today when we got to tell the homeowner they were getting a custom kitchen. I wanted to video their face. They cried. That was kind of cool to kind of to hear that they were making a difference.
Yeah, I'm sure they were very grateful, and I think they're teamed up with a local construction company to make sure that that's going to happen. So, again, let us know. We saw Mrs. Meyerhoff on here, and she had mentioned that they're not fully recovered from Harvey. There's things that they haven't done, and just realize that. Check on your neighbors, especially now. Sometimes PTSD can be a real thing. Like with this weather going on, if maybe somebody flooded from Harvey, why not just give them a call and check on them and be like, hey, is there anything I can do? Is everything going okay? Is there anything that you need that I can do now or maybe tomorrow? Do you want to come over? If it's safe, make your way over. So just check on your neighbors. I think that's what our community tries to do a good job of doing, and we need to even reach out even more than we currently are.
I did see that somebody they're talking about like leaving a quarter in the carts for people to use. That's awesome. That's perfect.
Like at Aldi?
Yeah, like at Aldi's, just to help out a helping hand today.
Just leave the quarter in there.
Be the good. We have a sign that sits out in front of our cameras here that says be the good. I think when moments like today happen, it's always best to just be kind to somebody else.
Yep. Hey, so tomorrow is Saturday, right?
Yes.
And so we'll be back in studio on Monday, and that looks like we're going to have an awesome show. So can we kind of tease, I guess, a bit? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it looks like we're going to be talking to Perry Brooks with 3BQ, which that's always fun.
Yes.
And if we put it in his ear now, maybe he'll bring in some brisket. Perry, if you're listening, shout out to 3BQ and Perry Brooks. Maybe we'll bring in some brisket. And then we're going to have Signfly in studio, which is a local business that has work featured everywhere besides Gabe, who's painting like most of Galveston with all his murals and stuff. I feel like we run into these businesses and they have work done from Signfly, like The Art of Coffee and like all these other places. It's really cool just running into and seeing people's work.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with Signfly, and I'm super excited. They're going to be designing a new banner for us that's going to hang above our studio. I'm hoping maybe vinyl. Like a vinyl sign that's like stays up there. It's like got the, it looks good.
I also hope that we'd be able to move it. And vinyl allows us to do that. And then maybe one day we'll be able to get like an upgraded sign. It's like, boom, it's in there like metal or lit up. I don't know.
I want the lights, like they have outside of Abundant Life Christian School. I want those kind of lights right here.
Well, I want the underwater green fishing lights, and I want to get bed, okay?
Speaking of, that's going to be dropping on Monday as well. Shine on the Mark. I'm actually working on that this afternoon from home. I'm going to be sitting at home because the offices here at KHEA Radio will be shut down after we end our show today.
Yep. Hey, that was a fun time, I think, filming. Was your favorite part capturing the lights?
Yeah. When you're shooting video of lights, it's always interesting because the lights create little glares and everything. So that's our next Shine on Lamarck. We drop one every other Monday on our page, KHEA Radio, usually Monday afternoon. And it allows us an opportunity to kind of feature and shine a light on businesses in Lamarck that are doing well. So this is called Underwater Green Fishing Lights. It's located right down the road from us, right down the freeway. Near exit 10, right across from Texas Pit Stop Barbecue. And they do lights for fishing. You can get it for your house. We were talking about sensories, like for the Children's Oasis Foundation could use something like that. It's really kind of cool, all the different kind of lights that they have.
Hey, if you're watching on Facebook right now, if you're listening at 99.5 FM, did y'all see the vlog that KHEA Radio released, kind of showing some behind the scenes of what that day looked like? In that video, I wished that Texas Pit Stop would have been mentioned a little bit more because there's so much footage of like barbecue and the signs, and it was like, oh, Texas Pit Stop's right there. Man, I could really use some. Like if there was just a couple more comments made, because I was like trying to pick which footage or what is going to go in there.
Well, you went to the place that you went to Mama Francis Soul Food, which is good. Top 40 in the state of Texas by Yelp, right? Top 40, great. I think Texas Pit Stop Barbecue got overlooked on that. I feel like Texas Pit Stop Barbecue is in the top 10 in the state of Texas.
Well, maybe you should start blowing up Yelp, and we can make that happen for the next list that comes out. But there was only 2 restaurants in our local area that were able to make that list, and that's really cool. But I feel like there are more restaurants that are in our area that deserve to be on those top of Texas lists, because we do have a ton of great places. And then I just see Gina said, hey, we're open at Mamacita's. Shout out to Mexican Mother's Day today. Hope everyone is doing good and okay.
By the way, I did see, I wanted to make sure that I got this out before we get too far along the road. Tomorrow night, Reality of Wrestling has an event taking place. They're going to be wrestling tomorrow night. There's going to be a ladder match. Will All Day is going to be in that ladder match. They were supposed to be a guest on our show today. Due to the weather, we decided it was best not to have them in our studio or bring people to our studio for guests. So we just wanted to give a quick shout out to Reality of Wrestling, located at the World Gym Arena, and that's Booker T's place. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, go check out Reality of Wrestling. 7:00, I think, is when the event starts.
Yeah, the guest that we were supposed to have in, I think he is facing Will All Day.
Yeah, Brandon, is that right? Brandon
Steen.
Steen, yeah, Brendan.
I believe it's Brendan Steen, and he's supposed to be facing Will. So it would be interesting to see that matchup, because we've had Will in a lot, and he's a great guy. So and Brendan, he won an award at that award show. So I don't know. There's a bunch of local guys doing some cool things. So go support some local athletes. Living out their dream, pursuing it all. So that's going to be tomorrow. Shout out to Reality of Wrestling, one of our partners here at KHEA Radio. Right now it's 9:15. Well, let's be on for another 15 minutes or so.
That's fine. That works. If people are enjoying this, let us know. Give us a heart react. Give us a laugh react. Give us an angry react. You guys are sitting at home. I hope you guys are being safe. I hope that you're able to spend some time with your kids and some time with your family, making sure that you're being safe today. Remember, tonight, when the weather starts again, please do not go out on the roads if you don't have to. I can't stress that enough. Wherever you have to get to is not as important as protecting yourself or protecting your loved ones. That I think is always the key. Safety first, please.
Yes. Always be safe. Always keep your neighbors in mind too, and just remind them, because a lot of times people get used to routine. Oh, it's going to be okay, and then sometimes it isn't. But always keep that in mind and support one another.
Yeah. So one of the things too, I want to stress this enough as well. If you're headed down a road and there's water across the road, please don't go down it. You don't know what took place underneath of that road. You don't know if the road is still there. You don't know how deep it is down the road. We don't want you to be swept away in your car. Being in your car is probably the most dangerous thing that you can do if you get flooded out, because it's hard to open up that door.
Right.
You never know. I just remember from Harvey when we were there, I remember watching one of the news channels was actually there when a truck, do you remember that semi that got stuck and the water was rising up and the semi was there, and he's like, I can't get out of my car, and they actually had to send a team down to get him out of his semi. Scary situation where his whole semi was almost covered in water. That's scary. That's dangerous. So please don't do that. Please be careful. Make sure that you're exercising caution as much as possible.
Yeah, I also remember that the clip of the news reporter who went out and helped the gentleman in that water, because like we were mentioning earlier, once that water gets going, it can knock you over. But it was about waist deep, and the guy's trying to get out, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, sir, are you okay?" And then threw the microphone down and went and helped that
live
that gentleman
on the air.
Yeah, on the air. And that's a moment that really resonated with people, and it kind of captured the heart of our community and just how Houston, Galveston County, Harris County, just helping one another, and that's what it's all about.
I think, and I don't want to spend too much time talking about Harvey when we're going through what we're going through today, because I don't want, there's a lot that happened during Harvey. But one of the things that I will never forget about Harvey is I remember the state of the country moments before that.
It wasn't good.
It was not a good feeling to be. There was division, there was divide. Racial stuff was taking place where people were calling people racists. But I think what we saw after Harvey were people who were making a difference, no matter the color, no matter the skin, no matter the background. People were helping people, and there's this clip of just people like hanging on to people's lives. People who had boats were going out and driving down the streets of water, helping people get out of their apartments. And that we had people come from Louisiana and come on down. And I think for me, that's what Houston is about. So today and tomorrow, if there's more flooding, please continue to be the good. Go out and find something to do. Go and help somebody. Make them food if you have food. Go and rescue them if they're stuck. But please, yourself, be safe. Because the last thing that I ever want for our listeners of KHEA is for something to ever happen to them. And I pray for you all every single day. I pray for more listeners to come to KHEA. I pray for Gardy and Ethan, and I just want everyone to be safe and well today.
Ethan, I'm sorry. Ethan was just lifted his hands yeah. And y'all may have seen that from that camera shot. It switched. But right now it's 9:20. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM, streaming live on Facebook. We usually do 8:30 to 11. If this is your first time to hang out with us or tune in, we appreciate you taking the time. I saw Gina earlier said, "Cute taco keychain." Thank you so much. We also have a Facebook group called Talk of Taco. So if you maybe you're inside the house and you're looking to make some food and you want to post some taco pics, maybe the tacos are going to be what's on the menu for the family today. Go join Talk of Taco and post them.
So last night, date night last night, actually, with my girlfriend Naola, and we went to Torchy's Tacos. And
Wow, really?
Yeah, we went to Torchy's Tacos. I love Torchy's Tacos. I hadn't been there in months.
I was going to say years. You were just there not too long ago.
No, it was months. It's been a long time since I've been to Torchy's.
Okay.
And I talked to the manager at Torchy's Tacos, and she's like, "We can post tacos? I can take all of pictures and promote Torchy's Tacos in this group?" And I was like, "Of course." So hopefully you'll be seeing more Torchy's Tacos inside of Talk of Taco.
Yeah, we don't taco discriminate. Post them all. Post them all. Taco Bell, Torchy's, the ones at your grandmama's house. Post all those tacos. We have about 9 minutes left, and we're going to end this stream. So we want to hear what you guys have going on today. Chelsea said she loves Torchy's, and then she mentioned how the storm was crazy last night. There was a lot going on, and I feel like people were making some decisions, and those are things we don't quite think about, like the ISD, superintendent saying, "Hey, are we going to have school today?" Leader cast with Pierre. He said he was up since I don't even know, probably didn't go to sleep at all last night on the phone trying to make decisions and see, hey, can I post this later,
Yeah, I saw a post at midnight when he was like, "Hey, we don't know what's going on." And then at 5, he was messaging us at 4:45. First of all, if I don't have to be up at 4:45, I'm not getting up at 4:45. I don't need an hour and 15 minutes to get ready to be here by 6.
He probably didn't go to sleep.
Yes. But second, he called me at 5:45, and I was then awake, because I had to be here at 6, and so I was trying to get up and get ready and get going to be here. Yeah, it is a crazy morning so far to be up that early.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard, LeaderCast was supposed to be on campus here at Abundant Life today, but that has been postponed due to the weather. So be on the lookout for those emails. Be on the lookout for those, Facebook events and posts from us and Topstar as they pick a date for LeaderCast to make its way to Galveston County for the first time. It's just a little setback, but we'll be able to have it again, hopefully next year and maybe in a couple weeks, for this year. So we'll see how that goes.
We need like a live overlay bug. So when we are live, it is live. But because we just got asked, hey, are you guys actually live right now? Yes. We were going to do like a debut of like a premiere from an older show, but we decided, hey, we're going to do our own show instead.
Hey, so people are giving some taco suggestions, and some of the ones that have come out so far are Tacos My Way, which
Yes.
I believe we've had before. And then the other suggestion, this was from Jackie Fowler. She said, you guys need to try El Tiempo's tacos. So I've had some fajitas from El Tiempo, and they are really good. Really, really good.
Yes. El Tiempo has really good tacos. I've had them as well. Torchy's, I think, is in the top, I would say top 5 taco places.
For you.
For me.
Yeah.
I had last night, I had never had it before. It was a brisket taco that they made. I forget what it was called, but it had brisket on it, and it was delicious. And then I think it was called the Republican. It's a sausage.
Oh, yeah?
But it was funny because it's like sausage, cheddar cheese, and like pico de gallo.
What was on the Democrat?
I don't remember what's on the Democrat.
Did they have a Republican and a Democrat
They have
taco?
a Republican, they have a Democrat, and they have an independent.
An independent, okay. That makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense.
But what was funny about the Republican that I had, which was the sausage, it was basically like a piece of sausage. It looked like a hot dog, and it had cheddar cheese, and it had pico de gallo. That was it. That was on it, right?
Okay.
I post that in the Taco group, or like, which is basically like a hot dog and cheese, American cheese. And I get destroyed. But Torchy's Tacos is like well-known taco place, has the same taco, and it's like, oh, it's okay to have this taco.
No, dude, okay, you put a hot dog weenie, like not even like an Oscar Mayer weenie. You put like probably like the dollar store weenie on a thing, and it looks sad. But no, if you put like sausage on there, like come on. There's a difference.
Hot dog is basically like a cheaper form of a sausage.
Kind of.
Right?
Yeah, but you could stuff sausage with all kinds of awesome things like cheddar, jalapeno, and like
This was just
beef
a
and
straight-
pork and chorizo, like literally deliciousness. And if you get like, the Oscar Mayer weenies, which we don't really know what's packed in there, then don't be surprised if people call you out and be like, that looks disgusting.
It looked exactly the same.
No way.
Oh, yes way.
Chef Mary Bass is on, and she said in a post, this is why people hire food stylists, because there's something you can make and it looks okay. Yeah, I don't see. But then she can make the exact same thing with the same ingredients and it may look beautiful because it's the way it's positioned, the colors, the angle that it's presented, all kinds of different things. Maybe you let it cool first. I don't know. But that's why Chef Mary Bass pictures may look and be more well received than whenever Curt Casper can cook the exact same thing. So.
Oh, she said you need a Gypsy Joint Galveston Jive hot dog. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I've only been to Gypsy Joint one time, and I think I had the chicken fried steak or something, or maybe it was like chicken and waffles or something. It was massive. It was literally this long, and it had gravy and everything on it. It was good.
Hey, Jackie Fowler said, I work at ACU so I can get you a taco loan, because she was talking about a local restaurant. I was like, man, if I go eat there, I may need to take out a loan, which is totally acceptable. Come on. I could eat there every day with my taco loan. Man, we could do that. Come on,
We
let's
need
go.
to start a taco loan company. We could loan you tacos.
What did they pay us back in? More tacos? Besos.
No, more tacos. That's how we get all the tacos in the world. They have to give us more tacos.
Okay.
We'll give you 2 tacos, but it's a 3 taco interest rate.
Yeah, so Jackie
So then we get 5.
Earlier in the stream, Jackie Gomez said, thank goodness that y'all are live right now. I was at work 2 hours early, and I'm going to be the only one here all day. So we have about 4 minutes left, maybe 3. But, Curt, if we had enough people chanting, Curt, 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 how many people would it take for you to just be like, we're keeping the stream going?
I gotta go and take
I
care
know,
of
me
my
too.
apartment.
I can't talk. I didn't bring a drink in today, and my voice is dry.
I have to go and make sure that my apartment complex my apartment is dry as well. Dry like your throat.
Are you insulting me?
No.
What are you doing? You're weird.
It was a weird transition. I was trying to make it seem like because your throat is dry because you didn't have a drink.
It's totally correlation works out good. It's just awkward is what it is. Anyways, we're about to sew up this show today. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us and join. Hopefully we can bring a laugh or a smile or a bright spot in what is otherwise a gloomy day at times. So we love you guys.
Look, it says, Kurt, please. I need entertainment. Don't leave.
Maybe we'll debut an old show, like a really old show. We should go, and you'll be like, Gardy, I gotta leave. I can't find. Like if we found this show from a year ago today, and it had the exact same date and everything, that would be interesting and funny, to me at least.
We'd have to download the show, and it takes a while to download.
Can we just share like, hey, a year ago today,
on this day in memories, right?
Yep. So, hey, again, y'all have a blessed day. You stay dry. Share some positivity today. Hang out with your family, and make sure that everybody is good. It's good to go, especially your neighbors. This has been Kickstart. It's KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. We'll be back Monday morning. We're going to have Perry Brooks and 3BQ in studio. We're also going to have Signfly in studio. We're going to be dropping a Shine on the Mark on Monday, and who knows what else we'll get into.
Yeah, before we go, I just want to say, Year in Memory, Kurt, was hilarious. May 10th last year, I said, God has put me in a season of creativity. Watch me produce 10 award-winning videos in Jesus' name.
Kurt, I feel like that could have been posted today. Like, you would say that exact same thing today.
That's funny. Yeah, it never came true in a year. But I didn't put a time limit on it.
Yeah, it could be in another year.
10 award-winning videos. Let's
Just
go.
share it. Share it again right now.
Share right now.
And be like, watch me now. I'm awardless. But not for long. Anyways, be on the lookout for the KHEA radio app. It could be winning some awards, at least our own. The Rampies. That's what we're calling them. This has been Kickstart. We'll see you Monday morning. Be blessed. Feel free to share the stream out, though. You can also email us, message us, because we'll be monitoring those. Y'all be blessed. Adios.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Coming up next is The Young Escape on KHEA Radio 99.5 FM.
What a good song. Bye, guys.